At the beginning of the story, we see a girl named Elaine who is very beautiful to look at. She is moving to California to start a new life after her husband's death. Actually, it was Elaine who killed her husband, so she moves to California to evade the police. Elaine is a witch. That is, she practices black magic. She casts black magic on many men and traps them in her husband trap and sleeps with them. This time is the 90s, where witchcraft is normal. Here Elaine rents a house after arriving in California and puts her belongings in the house. The owner of that house is a woman named Trish, whose house is on the same side as Elaine's. Elaine then goes with Trish to a tea house where the women used to talk over tea. They both get to know each other. Trish's husband also comes here. Trish then introduces her to Elaine, who falls for her as soon as she looks into Elaine's eyes, and Elaine is also staring at her. Here Trish and her husband have no idea that Elaine practices black magic. After this, Elaine does some paintings after coming home, which lets us know that Elaine is looking for her new lover. Then she performs rituals in the hope of finding a new boyfriend. Elaine lays in a circle and has a few drinks and says send a boy to her that she can love. The next day, Elaine goes to a shop where black magic merchandise is mixed. Elaine buys some items from here and sells the shopkeeper some bottles of magic and rituals that she used to make at home. After this, she goes out and starts eating sandwiches sitting in one place. Then his eyes fall on a professor who teaches in the college. The professor is talking to his friend. Elaine likes the professor. He, with his power, she looks into his eyes and comes to him in disgust. The professor starts talking to Elaine. He says Elaine is very pretty. Then Elaine also starts trapping him in her words, and the two talk for a long time. Elaine asks the professor if she is married. He says no. Then she says that if she takes him to her house, then she can cook good food for him. After which the professor sits Elaine in his car, and they both leave from here. Here, the professor's female friend is watching all this, and she finds it all very strange. At night, the professor takes Elaine to his house. Then he starts to close with her. But Elaine stops him and goes to cook. Then after some time, both of them eat food while drinking. Then she gives the professor a drink that he drinks. There is a lot in this drink, such as halogens, drugs, and many other magical things that she prepares in her own house. After drinking here, the professor does not understand anything. His health starts deteriorating. Then she drops some spells on him. Then Elaine dances and slowly takes off her clothes in front of him. Seeing this, the professor can't stop himself and pulls up to him, and the two go to the bed. Then the professor says that he has found great pleasure with her. It never happened to him. He is crying and telling all this to Elaine, but she tells him to sleep. The next morning, the professor tells Elaine that he has fallen in love with her. She also says that she loves him too. After some time, when she goes to the professor's room, she sees that he is dead, which makes her sad. But in her heart, she was happy. Actually, Elaine used to sleep with her lover and then kill him. Elaine did all this because the husband who was the first Elaine was going to leave her and marry another girl, because of which he killed her, and now he feels that all the men used the girls to leave them. So she also now kills those men by using the love spell. She then buries the professor's body behind the professor's house with a bottle, in which he has a toilet and some of Elaine's belongings, which was part of the ritual. After this, she comes home from here and starts painting. That's when he comes across Krish, who happens to be his landlady. The two had become good friends, and she drinks tea with Elaine. Trish tells him to go on a business trip for a few days, it has been. But her husband will be alone in the house. Hearing this, Elaine decides that the next man she will try to seduce now will be Trish's husband, because he is already obsessed with her, and it will be easy to trap her in her trap. Here Trish goes on a business trip. Taking advantage of this, Elaine invites Trish's husband to her house, where they do both things. Then she gives him a drink, just like he had given it to the professor before. Here Elaine tries to seduce her while dancing, and they both get close. After this, Trish's husband could not keep himself away from Elaine, and the two used to meet each other. On the other hand, a detective named Griff comes to the same female friend of the professor who saw the professor and Elaine going in the car together. She tells Griff that the professor has been missing for 2 weeks and has not been able to find anything. Detective Griff then arrives at the professor's house with some officers, where he is not found in the house. They then find some belongings in the back of the house where there was the same bottle that Elaine kept with the professor's body after he died. There they also find the professor's body. Then comes the Graff office, where an officer tells him that it all seems to have been done by a witch. There are many types of witches, in which a kind of witch traps some people in the trap of their love and kills them. That's what this kind of witch does. Elaine, on the other hand, happens to be near her mentor from whom she has learned black magic. There are many boys and girls there that he is teaching to do this ritual. Trisha's husband is unhappy at home as he realizes his mistakes. He has cheated on his wife. He was now starting to drift away from Trish as well. He is crying thinking about all this. On the other hand, Detective Griff comes to the same store where Elaine used to buy and sell the goods to find the bottle. He shows the bottle to the shopkeeper and asks if he knows whose it may be. She says that this bottle is sold by a girl named Elaine. Griff then goes straight to Elaine's house to find out something about the case. Elaine is horrified to see Detective Griff. He says he has to answer them a few questions. Then she lets them inside the house. Then Griff asks him about the bottle, but she refuses and says she doesn't know anything about it. Elaine starts to get emotional and pretends to be innocent, which makes Griff calm her down and get attracted to her. Elaine takes advantage of this and casts black magic on him, which makes him fall in love with her. Elaine says she wants to marry him. Elaine then rides a horse with Griff and takes him to the same place where he learned to do black magic. There are many people here, and Elaine tells them all that this is the guy she will marry. Actually, Elaine had really fallen in love with Griff, and Griff also wanted to be with her. They are both very happy together. Griff thinks she does black magic, but she wouldn't have killed the professor. Here they dress Griff and Elaine in wedding dresses, and they get married with ritual, which makes everyone happy. Then they both eat. After this, when Griff comes to the office, his senior officer says that he should not mess with the witches because it can spoil the atmosphere of the city, and asks him to leave after it because there is no evidence against Elaine. Griff feels the same way, and when he tells his colleague about this, he says that the professor died of a heart attack. But some black magic items were also found in her house, and Elaine must have killed her husband too, because her husband was about to leave her and remarry, and she died due to a drug overdose, which makes Griff's collage think that Alan has a hand in the death of both of them. Griff's colleague tells him that he has fallen in love with Alien, so he doesn't see any fault of his. She's a very dangerous girl. He should avoid it. Griff doesn't listen to his colleague and pushes away. Here, Trish sees her husband dead in the bathtub, which shocks her. He thinks he may have killed himself. Trish is very sad. Trish then invites Alien to the tea house, where Alien grieves over the death of her husband. Trish says, maybe my husband died because of me. I noticed that ever since I came back from the trip, he had been acting strangely and staying away from me. I think my husband was having an affair with someone, because of which he took such a step, but I could not do anything. Trish says if I find that girl, then I will kill her. Elaine tells him that she is married to Griff, who is a detective. She shows him the ring that Griff gave her. That ring is very beautiful. Trish wears that ring herself, but during the conversation, she forgets to return the ring, and the two go home. But when Trish remembers that she hasn't returned Elaine's ring, then Trish comes inside Elaine's house and puts the ring that comes inside the house and puts the ring, because Elaine was not at home. So she puts on Elaine's makeup and clothes, imitating Elaine. That's when he sees black magic stuff in the house. He feels something strange. That's when Trish finds the belongings of Elaine's dead lovers in a table drawer, and the paper has their names written on the paper, the people she killed. She sees that her husband was one of them. That's when Elaine comes over. Seeing this, Trish attacks Elaine, and she swears in front of her that Elaine will definitely suffer the punishment for her actions. And from here, Trish leaves with the evidence. Elaine then goes to meet Griff at a bar. He questions her about the death of the professor and Trish's husband. He tells her that the bottle found with the professor had your fingerprint on it, and that there was evidence against you in the deaths of your husband and Trish's husband, and that you killed them by black magic. Hearing all this, Elaine begins to trap Griff in her words. But she knew she was trying to seduce him. Griff loved her, but couldn't hide her crimes, and was about to arrest Alien. Just then, some of the people present in the bar overhear their conversation, and catch and start beating Alien as she practices black magic on witches and people. They start torturing the alien. Then Griff brings Elaine out with him, and in his car. The two run away from here to Elaine's house. Here Elaine makes Griff to drink, and gives him a drink like she made it for the others. But instead of drinking, he drops her on the floor and says he doesn't love her. He has used it by doing black magic. Then Elaine sees Griff lying on the bed, and she comes up to him with a knife and kills him by stabbing him in the heart. For example, there is a painting on his wall in which a woman is seen cutting a man's heart with a dagger. Here Elaine is happy as she does after killing her lover. With this, the movie ends. Guys, even thank you very much for watching the video. Now a question for you is, what magic did Elaine do on people in the movie? Please write the answer in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel by liking and sharing the video. Press the bell icon so that you don't miss the upcoming videos. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.